Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Corey Alexander, ma'am.
Thank you. You're here because a capias was issued for your arrest in 2016 CT 3674 for failing to appear for a pretrial conference on a charge of driving while licensed suspended or revoked with knowledge. The bond on that capias is $500. I'll appoint the public defender's office if they weren't previously appointed in that case.
I did have a chance to speak with Mr. Alexander about this state offer, but if I could have another moment to confer, I found some more information.
Mr. Alexander, I show that you have an out-on-bond case for driving while licensed suspended as well.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
a 21 case.
Yes, ma'am.
So hold on, before you say anything, I'm not asking you to explain it. The reason is because everything you say is being recorded and can be used against you later. But the reason I'm pointing this out to you is driving while licensed suspended is a charge that we call enhanceable. What that means is after a certain number of convictions, the state can file this as a felony. So you might want to talk to your attorney about this before you enter a plea, even though the state has tendered an offer, because after a certain number, like I said, they can file this as a felony. Yes, sir, do you have a question?
I just don't understand. This is 2016. I've been going to court already. I've been getting my license situated, here this year, right here, and I don't understand how I get a warrant from 2016.
Because there's a 2016 case that's still pending, and you had a court date, and the judge, hold on, let me explain. The judge in front of the judge who's hearing this case had a court date and you weren't there. That judge issued a capias for your failure to appear. Because it's a capias, I can't change it. But I heard you just say that you're doing what you can to get your license back. So,
I don't understand how I've been going to court and now I got a warrant. I don't get
because you didn't go to court. One day when you were ordered to be there, you weren't there. Now, you may have a defense to that. I don't know where you were, and I'm not asking you. Listen, I can't change this capias. So even if you have a fantastic defense, let's say you were in custody.
There you go.
I can't change this capias today. You need to talk to your attorney about it. But I want to make sure you understand with several of these charges, eventually it can be filed as a felony. So you need to talk to your attorney about it to make sure you understand all the consequences of your actions.
And Your Honor, I've been looking through his notes as he's working with our office, and he has been working with our office to pay off those fines to get his license reinstated. If I could just have a moment with him.
Yes.
Your Honor, for the record,
Yes.
State is asking for no action on his auto bond, if that helps ease this conversation.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, like I said, he's been working with our office to not only cooperate with the court, but also to pay off these fines and the restrictions on his license to get it reinstated. He's also going to work with our office to get in front of that judge that issued the capias and make his good faith argument as to why he missed it. So I would have you just issue the bond on the FDA and then take no action on the out-on-bond case.
I'm not going to revoke your out on bond, sir, so you have a bond, and if you're able to post it, you can be released.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Hold on.
Thank you both. Please tell me your name.
Aaron Garzone.
Well, this is interesting. I don't have a case number. Does anyone have a case number? So I can't call the case for the record. All right. Well, sir, you're here because you were arrested for driving while license suspended. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $500. You can't drive without a valid Florida license. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I apologize.
Your Honor.
And, hold on.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who is Harley Gundelfinger?
That's my girlfriend.
Can the state verify on the out on bond case 21MM1767, who's the named victim?
Miss Prada,
What's her last name?
Prada,
And,
And what's her first name?
Vanessa.
Okay.
and if I can be heard on that out on bond case, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Counselor.
I spoke with Mr. Garzon in the back, and he explained to me that he has been showing up for court. He showed up as recently as 5/14 virtually with the judge, and I don't believe an information has been filed yet on that out on bond case. So he has been cooperating with the court, showing up for court dates. He would prefer a bond on the driving while license suspended, but we're just worried about action on the out on bond case. However, he has been cooperating with the court. No information has been filed yet, and I don't believe we're appointed on that case, but I'm not going to address that now. But I would advise him to continue to appear when requested by the court, and I'm sure he will do that as well with the driving while license suspended charge.
Has the state filed an information?
No, Your Honor, state has no objection to no action. He was seen at pretrial May 14th, and no action was taken due to no info being filed.
You filed a no information?
No, he was seen at pretrial on 5/14, and no action was taken because an information had not yet been filed.
Judge, can I speak?
You can say anything you want, but everything you say is being recorded and can be used against you later.
All right, that's fine. When I went to court, the judge, last thing he told me was that my case was being resolved that same day, that it would remain open, but I was good. I was clear on everything. That the only thing was that if the state would decide on a later day, at like any given time, that they could press charges. But he said that as of that moment, I was clear on everything.
When you're out on bond for a criminal charge, you can't be arrested for committing a new criminal violation, and that's what happened in this case. You were out on bond for a battery, and you were arrested for driving while license suspended. I see his most recent conviction was in December of 2020. He's got a prior failure to appear. At this time, I'm going to revoke that bond, but instead of holding you at no bond, I will double it. So I'm still going to give you a bond in that case. It'll be $1,000. The same bond conditions apply to that case. Good luck, sir.
I have a question.
Yes,
So if you're doubling my bond on that battery, correct?
yes.
So what would I do there now?
You have to post that bond to be released,
Okay, but
just like the driving while license suspended.
I understand that. My question is, what would happen with that case? And are they going to reopen that? Do I have to go back to court? Am I going to get a court
It's still
date?
open. The state has not filed an announcement of no information.
So how
So the
long-
charging decision belongs to the state of Florida, not the court.
So how long could that be open, up to how many years or months, or how does that work? Because I wasn't aware of what was going on, so I'm
It's
not.
an
I don't have too
M1
much
battery, Your
information on
Honor.
this.
It's what?
It's an M1, so 2 years.
All right, so it's a first-degree misdemeanor. You're going to have to talk to your attorney about what the state is doing. I don't control the state of Florida. They get to make their charging decisions, so it's up to them what they do with that case.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Any,
One more time.
Leland McKinney,
A capias was issued for your arrest in 21 CT 48 for failing to appear for a pretrial conference on a charge of expired driver's license more than 6 months. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
The state did convey an offer of an adjudication credit time served.
We did have a chance to speak, Mr. McKinney and I, in the back, Your Honor. I talked about the citizenship and probationary issues of entering a plea today. The only concern we had was if he did plead today, would he be able, is he going back to Brevard County? I didn't see anything else on my side that was holding him here. and how long that would take.
I don't know the answer to that. I also show he has warrants out of Virginia and Georgia. It looks like I have two different entries. One says they'll only extradite from surrounding states, and one says full extradition. So I don't know. Even if you enter a plea to this today, sir, I don't know that you'll be released, and I don't have control over that. So I want to make sure you understand that.
Was he transferred from Brevard County Jail by chance?
I,
He was. When, just a few days ago or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Okay, just a second. Thank you.
I don't know what's pending in Brevard County either.
I don't know either, Your Honor. I'd have to speak with him for a second.
I'm guessing he was sentenced in Brevard on grand theft, fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, no valid driver's license. His end of sentence date is July the 16th.
I believe Mr. McKinney would like to enter a plea for the expired driver's license so that he can return to Brevard to deal with those charges, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
You have to get closer to the microphone.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can put your hand down now. You heard what Mr. Brands just said. Is that what you want to do here today?
Yes.
And you understand that if you're currently on probation, this plea will violate that?
Yes.
Anywhere, if you're on probation anywhere?
I'm on probation.
I can't hear you, sir.
Yes, I understand.
All right. You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, this plea will deport you?
Yes.
Look at the form that's in front of you. Do you have any questions about those rights that you're giving up if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest today?
No.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything other than the state's offer to get you to enter this plea?
No.
At this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of expired driver's license more than 6 months?
No contest?
I'll accept your plea. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for
9 days.
9 days that you've spent in jail. I'm going to order that you pay court costs. I'll give you 6 months to pay that from your date of release. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Released from Brevard or here?
When you're released from custody.
Your Honor, were we appointed in that case?
Yes,
21CT0048 AO?
yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. You have 30 days to appeal in writing.
I believe the next traffic, Sanchez Herrera, I believe is Spanish, Your Honor.
I have Tony Willie.
Okay.
Thank you.
He hadn't came up yet, Your Honor.
Okay. I have him right here. Yeah. Willie hasn't come up yet. Is this Mr. Sanchez?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has not been sworn.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to translate from Spanish to English, English to Spanish, the testimony you will receive today?
Yes, I do. Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter.
Please connect to the headset.
Sí, señora.
There is contact, Your Honor.
Sir, please tell me your name.
Juan Alexander Sánchez Herrera. Alexander Sánchez Herrera.
Juan Alexander Sanchez Herrera.
21 CT 4370, 4371, and 4372. Sir, you're here charged with operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, driving while license suspended, and misuse of a temporary tag to avoid registering a vehicle. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $500 on each charge. You can't drive without a valid Florida license. Do you understand that?
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, I'm also going to revoke your out on bond case, 21 CF 5911.
Your Honor, there was an offer from the state for the current traffic offenses. I did discuss with Mr. Herrera the citizenship and probationary issues of entering a plea through a Spanish-speaking client. However, I didn't explain the enhanceability of driving while license suspended. If you could explain that to him so the interpreter can explain.
Please raise your right hand, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sí, lo juro.
Yes, I swear.
Mr. Sanchez Herrera, you understand that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest to these charges today, you'll be giving up certain constitutional rights.
Sí, sí lo entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
If you're not a United States citizen and you enter a plea of guilty or no contest today, you can be deported. Do you understand that?
Sí, sí lo entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
Driving while license suspended is what we call an enhanceable offense. What that means is after a certain number of convictions, the state can charge it as a felony. Do you understand?
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
You are also currently out on bond, charged with retail theft, scheme to defraud, and 2 counts of dealing in stolen property. At this time, I'm revoking that bond, even if you enter a plea. Do you understand that?
Yo tengo una cita para el 22 de julio del mes que sigue para este caso y tengo un abogado trabajando en el caso también.
I have an appointment next month, July 22nd, for this case, and I also have an attorney working for me in this case.
I understand that, but what I'm telling you is, at this time, this court is likely to revoke that bond. So if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest to the driving charges today, you will not be released from custody. I need to be sure you understand that.
Sí, sí lo entiendo.
Yes, yes, I understand.
Are you interested in entering a plea of guilty or no contest to the driving charges today?
No.
No.
All right.
If Mr. Herrera can call our office and work with his attorney on both these cases, we can get in front of a judge to resolve some of the bond issues.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brands.
Can you read the bond amounts for the current traffic charges?
For the what?
The current traffic charges?
It's $500 each.
Okay.
And at this time, I'm revoking the out on bond case. Sir, get in touch with your attorney right away. They can file a motion for you in front of the trial judge.
Would you consider just setting a higher monetary bond in those out on bond cases instead of revoking it to 0? Nonviolent cases.
I don't know what the current bond is.
I can find out if you give me a moment.
Your Honor, state would object. He was out for a defrauding type case and
Right,
then
and he
picked up a
committed new fraud violations.
defrauding case.
That's the reason this court is inclined to do that.
I understand. So it's my opinion that nonviolent offenses, more violent offenses result in jail time.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your opinion, Counselor, but this court is primarily concerned with balancing the rights of the accused with keeping the citizens of Orange County safe. So at this time, no, I'm just revoking that bond. Good luck, sir. Is that the only interpreter case we have this morning?
I think he has a question for me.
Oh, wait, he has a question. Yes, sir.
Can translate for me.
Lo que pasa es que el carro en el que yo andaba, yo no sabía que tenía una tablilla que no era, porque el carro no es mío ni está a nombre mío. Y yo solamente manejaba, más la tablilla no sabía nada acerca de eso.
Well, you see, I didn't know anything that the license plate the car had didn't belong to it because I was only driving it. The car isn't mine. I'm not the owner of that car. I was just driving it.
I understand, sir. That's a defense you can raise. You want to talk to your attorney about that. We're not having a trial here today. This is just the hearing about probable cause. So call your attorney right away so you can raise those defenses with your attorney.
Okay.
All right, good luck, sir. Okay, we have one more interpreter case, if the interpreter can stay on the line.
Yes.
What is it? Okay. Oh, you already had it? Thank you. And I believe the victim will need, or the witness will need your services, so if you can stay connected to the overhead.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir, or good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Alfredo.
Buenos días,
Cosme
señor. Por
Bonet.
favor, dígame su nombre.
Alfredo Cosme Bonet.
Alfredo Cosme Bonet.
21MM121. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case.
Señor, usted se encuentra aquí ante la acusación 21MM121 por violencia doméstica. Determinó que hay indicios de criminalidad para esta acusación y se designa la oficina del abogado de oficio para que le represente.
Ma'am, do you wish to testify here today?
Señora, ¿desea usted testificar aquí esta mañana?
Yo testifiqué ayer y no quiero presentar cargo.
I testified yesterday and I don't want to press charges.
So raise your right hand, please, to be sworn.
Señora, por favor, levante la mano derecha para prestar juramento.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura y promete decir la verdad, solamente la verdad y nada más que la verdad. ¿Lo jura ante Dios?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Jailis Enid Torres Colón.
Jailis Enid Torres Colón.
I'm going to let the prosecutor ask you some questions.
Señora, voy a permitirle a la fiscal que le haga algunas preguntas.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you please state your relationship to Mr. Cosme Bonet?
Buenos días, señora. ¿Podría decir qué relación tiene usted con el señor Cosme Bonet?
Somos novios, pareja, comprometido.
We are boyfriend and girlfriend. He's my fiancé.
Are you afraid of him?
¿Usted le teme?
No.
No.
Do you want to have contact with him?
¿Usted desea tener contacto con él?
Sí.
Yes.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
¿Algo como esto había sucedido anteriormente?
No.
No.
Are you willing to call 911 if anything like this or anything more severe occurs in the future?
¿Usted está dispuesta a llamar al 911 si algo similar volviese a ocurrir o algo más severo?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Gracias. Esas son todas las preguntas que tengo, su señoría.
No questions, Your Honor.
No tengo preguntas, su señoría.
And Your Honor, he qualifies for pretrial.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for
Con los
coming.
requisitos de libertad provisional. Gracias, señora, por venir.
At this time, does the state object to pretrial release?
La fiscalía objeta a que se le coloque en libertad provisional.
No, Your Honor, given the victim's testimony here today.
No, su señoría, dado el testimonio de la víctima aquí hoy.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim.
Señor, le voy a conceder libertad provisional con las siguientes condiciones. Se le prohíbe todo tipo de contacto con la víctima.
Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
¿Entiende usted lo que significa que no puede tener contacto con la víctima?
Sí.
Yes.
You must maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you may not coordinate that with the victim. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Se le prohíbe la convivencia, se le permitirá regresar en una ocasión acompañado de las autoridades para recoger sus pertenencias, pero esta no podrá coordinarlo con la víctima, ¿lo entiende?
You may not possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition.
Se le prohíbe la tenencia de todo tipo de arma, armas de fuego y municiones.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
¿Hay alguna otra condición que la Fiscalía desee solicitar?
No, Your Honor.
No,
Right.
señoría.
Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Good luck.
Buena suerte, señor. Gracias, señora, por venir. Buena suerte.
Do we have any other Spanish cases? No, Your Honor. All right, I believe that's all we have for the interpreter this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please tell me your name.
Timothy Joseph Childs Jr.
21 CF 7179. You're here charged with aggravated battery, great bodily harm, and possession of cannabis under 20 grams. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. There's probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Ma'am, did you wish to testify?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Sandra Rodriguez,
Please spell your last name.
Rodriguez.
State you may inquire.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you please state your relationship to Mr. Childs?
Boyfriend and girlfriend?
Okay. Are you afraid of him?
No,
If you were to be released from custody, would you be afraid of him?
no,
Do you want to have contact with him?
yes.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Well, really, it didn't happen like that day. What happened was that I fell down the stairs and like he already got charged before for domestic violence. They wanted to charge him with that, but he didn't even put his hands on me that day. I fell down the stairs. That's what happened, but
Okay.
I don't know
so-
why they put that on the report.
Okay. My question was, has this ever happened before? Or has any incidences of domestic violence ever happened before?
Yes,
I'm sorry?
yes.
Okay. Approximately how long ago was the last time?
About like a month and a half or so.
All right, thank you. Are you willing to call 911 if anything like this or anything more severe ever occurs in the future?
Yes,
And do you believe drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
yes.
All right, thank you. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Defense?
No questions, Your Honor.
At this time, your bond is $5,000 on count one, $100 on count two. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you cannot coordinate that with the victim. I'll also order that you're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages. You're not allowed to possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription. You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. At this time, I'm revoking your bond in 21 CT 1050. Good luck, sir. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name. In 21 CF 7160, you're here charged with aggravated battery on a pregnant person. There is probable cause. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. At this time, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you can't coordinate that through the victim. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I have 2 open cases.
4 years ago, Your Honor.
But they're still open,
I understand, Your Honor.
for which he's out on bond.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription. You can't possess or consume alcoholic beverages. What says the state has out on bond cases?
Your Honor, I'm looking at him right now. It looks like he is scheduled for a status hearing on the 16163 today in front of Judge Lattimore. They are, it looks like VOPs. Because he pled back in February 8th of 2019, and then it's been in status in front of Judge Lattimore since.
I'm revoking those bonds. Good luck, sir.
That's drug court program, ma'am. That's what that is.
But you're out on bond. You can't commit new law violations when you're out on bond, sir. Please tell me your name.
Philip Joseph Guastella.
A capias was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 2515, charging you with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery domestic violence.
Your Honor, the state has filed an information in this case with those two charges.
Thank you. Your bond is $1,000 on count one, $500 on count two. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim, any co-defendant or witness in the case. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You cannot possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Did I appoint the PD? I am appointing the PD.
Your Honor, did you say 1,000 on count one?
I'm sorry?
1,000
Count one.
on count?
Yes. Please tell me your name.
Kevin Johnson.
21 CF 7157. You're here charged with aggravated stalking with a credible threat and stalking. At this time, I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you. There is probable cause in this case.
Your Honor, he does otherwise qualify for PTR with no criminal history.
Your Honor, state would object, given the nature of the offenses, the facts that are alleged in the affidavit. There are facts alleged that he was posting her debit card, social security numbers, and other personal information online when the law enforcement officer reached out to him via phone. I believe the comment he made is that he did not care what Zoe was going to do, but that he would continue to follow her regardless of how it made her felt or how it made her feel. So state would object to PTR and would ask for a reasonable bond.
At this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release and also require that you post a monetary bond. However, I'll reduce the amount that I was originally going to order. Your bond on count one is $15,000. Your bond on count two is $150. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what it means to you.
I won't talk about her, see her, have any friends even associate with her, won't be around her in 1,000 feet, 1,500, anything.
You won't call her, you won't text her, you won't contact her on social media. No contact at all. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to be within 1,000 feet of her home or her place of work. Do you understand that? Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Mark Vargas.
Maldonado? 21 CF 7168. You're here charged with aggravated assault, dating violence. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? Did you two live together? You cannot now. I'm ordering you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand? Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Henry J. McKinley.
21 CF 7180. You're here charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and false imprisonment, domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you.
Your Honor, he does otherwise qualify for PTR, other than a failure to register motor vehicle, no criminal history. He's also a Navy veteran. Been employed at the same location for 8 years.
Your Honor, I understand he otherwise qualifies, but state would be asking for bond and PTR, given the violent nature of the offense and the length of the offense.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release and require that you post a monetary bond. Your bond on count 1 will be $1,000 and your bond on count 2 will be $2,500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or any witness in this case. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence from the victim and every witness in this case. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you can't coordinate that with the victim. You understand that?
Yes, Judge.
All right, good luck, sir.
May I ask a question, Judge?
Yes.
Me and the plaintiff both work in the same place, in the same job, the same positions. I'm wondering how that's going to work with this order, ma'am.
I can't answer that for you, but what I can tell you is, if you have any contact with that victim, it will violate this court's order and you'll be rearrested. So if I were you and I see them in the parking lot, I would wait till they get inside, don't leave when they're leaving, do everything you can to have no contact with them.
Understand, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
This is regarding Mr. McKnight. We did file information. There are additional charges.
Okay, thank you. Please tell me your name. You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 4848, but the state has also filed an information in this case charging you with false imprisonment, grand theft of a motor vehicle, grand theft, 3 counts of battery with a prior incident, domestic violence. At this time, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your bond is $5,000 on count 1, $150 on counts 2 and 3, and $1,000 each on count 4, 5, and 6. With special conditions, you can't have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You can't possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription. Do you understand that? You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings if needed. You can't have any contact with any witness in this case either. Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Al Morales Delgado.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 3962, charging you with false imprisonment of a child under 13 years of age, child abuse, and battery dating violence.
Your Honor, we only filed the child abuse and the bat DV.
All right, so another judge found probable cause, but the state also filed a charging document. Your bond is $50,000 on the child abuse, that's what you filed?
Yes, child abuse, the F3, and the bat DV, the M1.
And $100 on the battery. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or the victim's family members. Do you understand what no contact means? You're also not allowed to have any contact with any minor child under the age of 18. You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You can't be within 1,000 feet of the victim's home. Do you understand that? Were you living there? Then you also, right, you can't be within 1,000 feet of the victim's home. Good luck.
That was 50,000 on the
Yes.
child? Okay, thank you.
No, the state's gonna have to do something with that, but I'm not releasing him on his own recognizance on anything. State, you gotta fix this, because I'm not RORing him on that count.
Understood, Your Honor.
I'll have to send you guys the announcement of no information for that, but I'm not gonna do that. So just wait. Please tell me your name.
Mila Santiago.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 7006, charging you with violation of a temporary injunction against repeat violence and aggravated stalking after an injunction. Another judge has already found probable cause in this case, and I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Your Honor, may I be heard regarding bond?
Yes.
In this case, it appears the victim has done everything under the law to ensure her safety. She's been calling law enforcement and has an injunction in place. However, that none of this seems to ensure the victim's safety. The defendant seems to not be able to comply with any of these court orders. Therefore, I'm asking that you hold her no bond until they can have a hearing to determine other reasonable bond conditions, because it seems up to date, none of these orders are allowing the defendant to comply with them and ensuring the victim's safety. I believe there is an allegation that Ms. Santiago Arriaga was at the victim's residence, I believe it was early morning hours, around 2 a.m. with a firearm. And when the neighbor noticed her, she told her not to tell her she was there and got aggressive with the neighbor. I don't believe there's any conditions that this court can place on her that the court hasn't already to ensure the victim's safety as well as the public safety.
Your Honor, this isn't a punishable by life offense. I don't believe our client should be held at no bond. The charges are understood, but I believe a reasonable monetary bond can still, even higher, can still convince this client to participate with court proceedings.
Even though the injunction hasn't, previous court orders have not convinced your client to comply, but this court order today will?
She's entitled to a reasonable bond, Your Honor.
Not on a violation, she's not, Your Honor.
I don't believe she should be held at no bond.
She's actually not, Counselor,
Understood.
because of the charge. Based on the evidence that's in the affidavit, Counselor, I don't think there are any conditions, reasonable bond conditions this court can place on your client with which she'll comply that will guarantee the safety of the victim and also the citizens of Orange County. So at this time, I will grant the state's motion to hold her at no bond on counts 1 and 2. Even while in custody, you can't have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means? All right. Please tell me your name.
Darlene Sedelian.
21 CF 6443. A warrant was issued for your arrest, charging you with burglary with assault or battery and battery dating violence. Another judge has already found probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Yes, Ms. May?
Your Honor, given count 1 as a punishable by life offense, state is asking that you hold her no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
No argument, Your Honor, pending the Arthur hearing.
I will do that. Count 1, you'll have no bond. Count 2, your bond will be $1,000. But even while you're in custody, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or any witness in this case. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Please tell me your name. 21 CF 7145, you're here charged with aggravated battery domestic violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. This qualifies for pretrial release?
I wouldn't recommend PTR, Your Honor.
I don't understand how it does. Your bond is $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am, but I was wondering because, how long do it take to get a, no contact removed? Because she might be having a baby soon, and I wanna be there, when she had a baby.
Your attorney's gonna have to file a motion in front of the trial judge. You can't have any contact with her until another court modifies my order.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Yes. Sorry. Please tell me your name.
Michael Kerr.
21 4202. You're here charged with assault, domestic violence. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $2,500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Were you living together?
Yes.
You can't now. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Yes, sir.
Can I,
You want to talk to the public defender?
Your Honor, I believe he would like to return to South Carolina if he's able to bond out. Would you allow that?
Yes, I'll allow that. Please tell me your name.
Gloriana Espinal.
21 4161. You're here charged with battery, domestic violence. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause. Does the state object to pretrial release?
No, Your Honor.
At this time, I'll place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll order you're not allowed to return to his residence. You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. All right, good luck, ma'am. I think the next one I have is not here.
She's downtown court.
Right, she's being transported back here, but she's not here right now.
Is it Miss Gendos?
Yes. So we'll have to save that for the end of the docket. Please tell me your name.
Christopher Handy.
One more time.
Christopher Handy.
21MM4200. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You can't have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you work at Extra Space Storage?
No, I'm homeless right now.
So you don't have anything there?
No.
All right, you can't return there either.
Okay.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Celine Jean Dennis.
21MM4205. You're here charged with battery, domestic violence, and criminal mischief. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500 on count 1 and $100 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings if you need it, but you can't coordinate that through the victim. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
David Kenzie Atkinson.
21MM4168. You're here charged with 2 counts of battery domestic violence. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. There is probable cause in this case. Does the state object to pretrial release? I assume this is the victim of the case, also the co-defendant.
No, Your Honor, given her testimony.
Ma'am, what's your name?
I'm Caitlin Morris.
Do you wish to testify as the victim in his case?
Your Honor, I think the facts stipulate that they might both be victims as well as both defendants. So-
Right, but I'm addressing his case first. That's why I'm asking her.
Thank you, Your Honor, sorry.
If you want to say something, I have to swear you in, but I need to make sure that you understand, you also have a pending criminal charge, and everything you say here is being recorded and can be used against you later. So if you want to speak to me, you can, but you'll be under oath and it's being recorded.
Your Honor, can I speak to both of them real quick?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Morse, do you wish to testify?
No.
All right. No, she said no.
Your Honor, may I speak to them again?
Hold on, let me resolve this.
I don't think she understood what we were talking
I don't-
about.
Oh.
Okay, yes, I wish to testify. Sorry.
All right, so you understand that you are currently also charged with a criminal offense, and everything you say is going to be under oath and recorded, and the state can use it against you later.
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me your name.
Caitlin Morse.
May I inquire, Your Honor?
Yes, Miss May.
Good morning, Ms. Morse. Can you please state your relationship to Mr. Kinsey Atkinson?
I'm his girlfriend.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Would you be afraid of him if you were to be released from custody?
No.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Not this bad.
Has there been previous incidences of domestic violence?
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to call 911 if anything like this or anything more severe ever happened in the future?
Yes.
Do you believe drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
Alcohol.
Okay. And lastly, do you want to have contact with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Brands?
No questions, Your Honor.
Has Mr. Kinsey Atkinson been sworn?
No, I haven't called that case number, so 21MM4170. Mr. Kinsey Atkinson, do you wish to testify as a victim in that case?
Yes.
Did you say yes? Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
And you understand the same things I explained to her. You can put your hand down. This is all being recorded. It's under oath, and it can be used against you later. And you're currently charged with a criminal offense. And you want to testify?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, Ms. May.
Mr. Kinsey Atkinson, can you please state your relationship to Ms. Morse?
Boyfriend?
Are you afraid of her?
No.
Would you be afraid if she were to be released from custody?
No.
Do you want to have contact with her?
Yes.
Do you believe there's been incidences of domestic violence between you two in the past?
One time.
Okay. Are you willing to call 911 if anything like this or anything more severe ever occurred in the future? And do you believe drugs or alcohol played a part in this incident?
Alcohol, a little bit, yes.
And do you want to have contact with her?
Yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor.
At this time, I'm going to place you both on pretrial release. With special conditions, you can't possess or consume alcoholic beverages, and you'll both be subject to random alcohol screens while on pretrial release. Neither of you can possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. I'm looking at both of your criminal histories. I understand you both want contact, but it looks like you have a pretty volatile relationship, and maybe a break would be good for the two of you. So at this time, I'm going to order no contact. I'm going to order that you maintain a separate residence, but I'll allow you each a one-time return with law enforcement to gather belongings. I think sometimes in situations like this, it's good if you have a break, spend some time apart, breathe a little bit, all right?
Your Honor, may I also state that our office can't represent both of them at the same time, so just as a just kind of forward thinking.
Right, you'll have to conflict off of one of them,
I was just letting them know that we can't represent both of them.
but for now, they'll still have to call your office because I can't appoint someone else.
That's correct.
Yes,
Your Honor, due to both of them being placed on PTR, they resided together.
I have a place to go.
I'm sorry?
I have a place to go.
So can we kind of clarify who's going to be at the residence so we don't say they both can't return to the address?
I didn't. I said they have to maintain a separate residence. So one of them is allowed to be there, just not both of them. Miss Morse, what's the address where you'll be staying?
361 Aquarius Concourse, Orange Park, Florida.
All right, are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to both of you. Please tell me your name.
Diana LeBron.
21MM4152. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Ma'am, did you wish to testify?
I don't want to press charges if that's what you mean.
No, if you want to make a if you want to say anything, then you have to be sworn in to say that. Is that what you want to do?
Sure.
Raise your right hand, please.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Jasmine LeBron, Lebron.
All right, the state's going to ask you some questions.
Good morning, Ms. LeBron. Can you please state your relationship to Ms. Diana LeBron?
I'm her older sister.
Okay. Are you afraid of her?
No.
If she were to be released from custody, would you be afraid of her?
No.
Do you want to have contact with her?
Yes, please.
Has anything like this ever happened before between the two
Never.
of you?
We're very close, so never.
Okay. And do you believe drugs or alcohol played a part in this incident?
Alcohol.
Okay.
No drugs.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor, though could I inquire about PTR qualification?
She could qualify, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm going to place your sister on pretrial release. Based on your testimony here today, and I reviewed the facts, I'm going to allow you to have contact, but it has to be peaceful contact. So you understand, no yelling.
Yes, ma'am.
No spitting, no hitting.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just want to make sure that you understand you're the one who has everything at stake here.
I do.
Because this court doesn't have jurisdiction over her, I only have it over you.
I understand.
So if it starts to get heated, if I were in your shoes, I would leave. Because you're the one that can be brought back to jail for violating a court order. You understand that?
I do understand.
Okay. You also can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You can't possess or consume alcoholic beverages, and you'll be subject to random alcohol screens. Do you live in the same place?
Yes, we do.
And I just want to make sure I understand. You do want her to return there?
I do, yes.
I'm going to allow you to return to the residence.
Thank you so much.
Just keep it peaceful, okay?
Thank you very much.
And be in touch with your attorney.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Matthew Mongello.
20MM9032. A capias was issued for your arrest for charges of violation of a domestic violence injunction and violation of a domestic, and 2 counts of that. There's no bond authorized on this capias. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name. 21MM4167, you're here charged with battery, dating, violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
I'm sorry?
I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500. You can't have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You can't possess or consume alcoholic beverages or any controlled substance without a valid prescription. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Were you two living together?
We were at a hotel, we're on vacation.
They live in Connecticut, Your Honor, if he's allowed to return to Connecticut when
You
bond.
can return to Connecticut, but you can't live with her. Even when you return to Connecticut, you can't live in the same residence as her. You understand that?
Until it gets changed by the court, right?
Another court, right.
In Connecticut, I could change it there?
No, it will be a Florida court.
Okay.
Connecticut doesn't have jurisdiction over this. So until the judge who's assigned to this case allows you to have contact, you cannot. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence and allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings when you get back to Connecticut. But this also means you can't travel back to Connecticut with her.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Do you still have items at the hotel?
Yes.
All right, I'll allow you one-time return there to gather your belongings with law enforcement. And then after that, you can't go back to that hotel. All right, good luck, sir.
What was the bond amount, Your Honor?
500.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Mario Pierre.
21MM4181. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes.
You also can't have any contact with a witness in the case. You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name. 21MM4166. You're here charged with battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you.
Just a moment, Your Honor, to confer with our client.
Your Honor, regarding his out on bond case, we only filed a Burke conveyance and a battery
Thank you.
out of the 7 that he came in with.
All right, sir, your bond in this case is going to be $1,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or witness in this case. Do you understand what no contact means? You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. And at this time, I'm revoking your ROR in case 20 CF 6150.
Your Honor, the out on bond case, he is ROR'd on the, I assume, no information filed. It's also a different victim.
The state filed an information.
Information was filed.
They charged 2 counts out of the 7.
It is a different victim, and he is working full-time and sitting in jail at no bond. If you could set a higher monetary bond on the out on bond case, he would understand the seriousness of these charges and the importance of cooperating with the court procedure. He is working full-time, so he would be.
Yep, I've worked today at 4.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sir, when you're out on bond for committing a criminal offense, you can't commit a new law violation. When you do that, yes, sir.
Don't talk about the facts.
I wasn't out on bond. I had a no-file 33-day motion, but they picked up like 1 or 2 of the charges, and this was from May of 2000 of last year.
I understand. Being released on your own recognizance is the same as being released on bond. If you're arrested for a new law violation,
I understand, but I already talked with this case. I already talked to my father on the phone, and he said he's willing to drop the charges. Like, he was going to call clerk of court and drop the charges. Like, he didn't want me to get arrested or anything. It was just something that got blown out of proportion. But what I'm asking you is, can I please get a bond so I can go to work and handle what I have to handle? Because, like, this is something minor that it just got blown out of proportion. My dad doesn't want me in here, and I understand what you're saying that I guess it was bond that I was out on the other case, but it's my dad said he's going to drop these charges, and I really got to go to work. Like,
where do you work?
Outback Steakhouse, somewhere in Lee Vista.
Sir,
He is attempting to be a productive citizen by working full-time. I see a lot of cases where people don't work. And I would hate to have him see, if he can work, working as opposed to sitting in.
Sir, listen.
I would really.
Listen to what I'm telling you.
Sorry.
Listen. You were out on bond for committing a violent offense. While being released on your own recognizance, you committed another violent offense. According to the probable cause affidavit, you attacked your father and your mother. I read it. Listen.
I'm the one that called the call.
Please stop talking. Everything you're saying is being recorded and can be used against you later.
That's fine.
I'm reading it. That's all the information I have is what's in the probable cause affidavit. I'm going to look at your criminal history.
Your Honor, he's
one more
on
time.
State probation and recently pled to violent offenses in February of 2021.
So I have that you're on probation for a felony, February 21st, 24th, 2021. So you're currently on probation. 10 prior felonies, 1 prior failure to appear.
He has a significant juvenile history and he's only 19, which would all be on his score sheet.
I'm not going to do it at this time, sir. You're going to have to file a motion in front of the trial judge. Good luck.
How long would that take, ma'am?
It's up to your attorney. So call that number on that piece of paper. No, the green piece. Please tell me your name.
Rashard Walthour.
21MM4206, you're here charged with violation of a domestic violence injunction. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in this case. What says the state as to bond?
Your Honor, I'll leave it within the court's discretion. It doesn't seem particularly violent as other cases that we've seen today. However, the injunction, I believe, was issued recently, and he's already violating it. However, we don't have victim statements here today, so I'll leave it within the court's discretion.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release, sir, with special conditions. You can't have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to comply with everything that's in that injunction.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know now that you have a copy because in the probable cause affidavit, they said they printed it. So you do understand now you have to follow that.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I say no weapons?
No.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. And you can't be within 500 feet of the house where you were. You understand that now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please tell me your name. 21MM4155. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Do you wish to testify?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Amari Thomas, Thomas.
Go ahead, state.
Good morning. Mr. Thomas, can you please state your relationship to Miss West?
My girlfriend.
Are you afraid of her?
No, ma'am.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Never. We have a close relationship. It wasn't even a call for that. I was calling to get back into the residence.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. What did you say?
I originally called for an officer to talk to her to get back into the residence. I didn't call for that.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
No, ma'am.
And do you want contact with Miss West?
Yes, ma'am. We have a 2-year-old goddaughter that we take care of together. And August 1st will be our anniversary of 3 years. And I plan on making her my wife.
Okay. She does qualify for pretrial release, meaning she wouldn't have to pay a monetary bond. Is that something you're okay with?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. That's all I have, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Sir, if you want to stay right there,
Okay.
you can stay and listen to what we're doing. Based on the affidavit and the testimony here today, at this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any hostile contact with the victim. Peaceful contact only. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. I'm going to allow you to return back to the home based on the testimony today, but I need to make sure that you understand you're the one who has everything at stake here. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So if it starts to get heated, if I were you, I'd walk away because you're the person who can be rearrested and brought back to jail. You understand that? Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You as well. Please tell me your name.
Tony Willie.
21MM4207. You're charged with sanitary nuisance. There is probable cause. Your bond is $500, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. What?
Your Honor, there's a second case as well.
Oh, I know. She was asking me something. Willie? It's the one we passed this morning. It wasn't here yet. You got it. 21 CT 4373 and 4368. You're here charged with driving under the influence and driving while license suspended. There is also probable cause for these charges. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, $500 on count 2. You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages. You can't drive without a valid Florida license. Do you understand that? All right, good luck, sir. Oh, I should have brought my stamp. You had 2. Well, 3. But this has 2 in it. It's citations. I call them both. 1,000 and 500. 500.
Sadly, the AO doesn't.
Jack Clark, good afternoon. Orange County Judge Adam McGinnis. Today is Friday, June 18, 2021. Can I get appearance from the public defender?
Yes, Your Honor. Tyler Brands on behalf of the Office of Public Defender.
And from the state?
Taylor May on behalf of the Office of the State Attorney.
All right, and then ma'am, your name?
Hi, how are you? I'm Mary Jindos.
All right. So it looks like you're here in 2021 MM4153AO. It's a battery domestic violence. So she was here this morning, no victim, but she wasn't here because she was transferred. So we're just doing the IA for this. Okay. Review the affidavit, found probable cause. Are we appointing the public defender on all the cases under that admin order, or only if they fill out a affidavit? I know, but what's the rule say?
Your Honor, under the admin order, state's been asking when there's coverage that the PD is appointed on all and they can withdraw later if they.
Right. All right, I'll go ahead. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Any input from the state with regards to release?
Your Honor, she doesn't otherwise qualify for PTR. State would just ask that you set a bond consistent with a misdemeanor DV battery.
Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, she was at court today and she received an order dissolving the writ of bodily attachment, which I believe. Oh,
As a financial writ, I think, right?
It was for a mental health division. It was for a drug course thing that I was doing.
Okay.
And they released me to do they requested me to do outpatient. The judge that I had this morning, she had said for me to, within 24 hours or by Monday, turn myself into Aspire.
Okay.
So I was going to ask if it's okay, either with the bond, which I agree with, or if I could get released to go to the program.
All right, any other input from the defense?
I believe she has regional conflict counsel. She just handed me a business card, Lori Loftus.
On the misdemeanor case, she's got reason, or on the mental health case, the 2021 MH case? Or they can, that's.
Mental health case, yes, Your Honor. So we can be appointed in the battery case.
Yeah. All right, I'll set your bond at $500. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Are you prescribed any medication, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right. And then I'll give you 48 hours from your release to turn yourself into Aspire, okay?
Thank you so
All right,
much.
thank you.
Appreciate that, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, your name?
Michael Lee Bennett.
And then if you just want to stay up, does he not just stand at the podium anymore? If we're going to be pointing everybody? Dealer's choice? All right, that's fine. Michael Bennett, you said?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right, you're here in 2021 MM4193AO, one kind of trespass on property after warning, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I'll stay your bond at $500.
Your Honor, there was an offer conveyed and an adjudication, credit time served, no return.
You want it? You want credit time served?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you want the public defender for this? You're going to cost you $50.
Yes.
Okay.
I spoke with him in the back, but I spoke to him as a friend of the court, Your Honor. You don't
All
have
right.
to appoint us.
We won't appoint the PD. Sure to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, your name?
Michael Lee Bennett.
All right, you put your hand down. You understand by resolving this, we're not going to go to trial?
Yes, I do.
You're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported.
Yep.
And if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense, by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Guilty or no contest today?
No contest.
Accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty. What does he have, 2?
Yes.
Sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days. I'll give you 360 days to pay, 30 days to appeal. Good luck. Mr. LaFay, who do you have?
I have O'Shea Stuckey.
What's the last name?
Stuckey.
Stuckey, all right. We'll get to you in just a second. Starkey or Stuckey?
It's Stuckey.
Okay. All right, sir, your name?
Adrian.
All right. We'll temporarily appoint the public defender on Adrian Hulse, 2021 MM 4175AO. Do you want a waiver roll?
Yes, I'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, found probable cause, stay count 1 and then set count 2 at $100. So what's your name, sir? I can't hear you, buddy.
McNeely, Christopher.
Christopher McNeely. All right, great. 2021 MM 4186AO, you're here on a petty theft retail. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I'll stay your bond at $250. State, is there an offer in this case?
No, Your Honor, it's enhanceable.
All right. Does he have reporting requirements?
He does, Your Honor.
He does?
Yes.
All right. Sir, you also have reporting requirements. You understand what that means? Okay, all right, thank you. All right, sir, your name?
Jerry Russell Moody.
All right, sir, you are here in 2021 MM 4156AO, trespass on property after warning. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, stay your bond at $250. Is there an offer in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer was an adjudication, credit time served, no return to the Walgreens.
You want that offer?
Can you repeat the offer, State, please?
Credit time
Adjudication.
served and no return to the Walgreens. Any Walgreens, you can go to any Walgreens in the world except for this Walgreens. You want to take it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, raise your right hand for me. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, and then your name?
Jerry Russell Moody.
You understand by resolving this case today, we're not going to go to trial?
I understand.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported for this.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense, by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Pleading guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days.
Yes.
With credit for 2 days and a no return to the Walgreens where this occurred. I'll give you 360 days to pay, 30 days to appeal. Good luck. All right, your name, sir?
Robert Starkey.
All right, sir, you were here in 2021 MM 369AW on a petty theft retail and trespass after warning. You're also out on bond on an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and the battery domestic. Actually, I'm not sure what your release is on that, 21 CF 2600AO. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll set count 1 at $250, count 2 at $100. The state, is there an offer in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer was an adjudication, credit time served, no return to the Walmart.
All right, and I'll appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Do you want to accept that offer, adjudication of guilt, credit time served? You can go to any Walmart in the world except for this Walmart.
All right.
I haven't made a decision what I'm going to do yet on the case that you're out on bond. So, take a second, talk to your lawyer. So, Mr. LaFay, it's O'Shea Stuckey?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Just let me know whenever you're ready, and we'll get to you.
I'm ready to proceed.
Your Honor, as Mr. Starkey is participating in the judicial process by taking this plea and resolving it today, I would have you take no action on the out-on-bond case.
All right. I haven't made a decision what I'm going to do, no matter if you choose to accept this offer or walk out of here with your bond.
I also spoke
I
about
don't want you taking this offer contingent on something else. I don't want you to feel pressured, threatened, or coerced to take this offer, so I want you to do it freely. Taking it or no? All right, while you're talking to him, the gentleman in the back, what's your name? Okay, that's your guy?
Mr. Starkey will take that plea offer regardless of the action on the out-on-bond case, Your Honor.
All right, sir, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, and then your name?
Robert Wayne Starkey.
You understand by resolving this case today, we're not going to have a trial?
Exactly.
You put your hand down. No, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported for this.
Yes.
And if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Pleading guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 with credit for 2. No return to the Walmart where this occurred. I give you 360 days to pay your costs, 30 days to appeal. And in your case that you're out on bond, state, have you filed on that case?
They have.
They have?
Mhm.
Uh-oh. All right.
I spoke to Mr. Starkey as a friend of the court.
I'll revoke your release in that case. Count 1, I'll set a new bond of $3,500 and count 2, $150. $35 and $150. All right, sir, your name?
O'Shea Stuckey.
And counsel, your name for the record?
My name is Michael LaFay. I represent Mr. Stuckey.
All right, looks like Mr. Stuckey has a few cases. Looks like he's out on bond and 21 CF 2358 AO Dwillis. And then he's here on a VOP 14, or it looks like 19 CF 1339 AO. And he's also here on 18 CF 17506 AO, violation of probation. And 21 MM 4199 AO, possession of cannabis. Have you worked anything out with the state?
My understanding is that the state would be objecting to a bond, Your Honor. However, I do have an argument based on the lack of probable cause in the affidavit.
Is that for the cannabis or the VOP?
It's just on the new arrest, but
Okay.
because if there's, I would then argue by extension, in the event there's a lack of probable cause for the new arrest, then likely lack of probable cause for the violation. But, so basically, the arrest affidavit says that Mr. Stuckey was a passenger in a car, and ultimately, there were some small, quote-unquote, nugget crumbs of a green leafy substance underneath the driver and passenger's side seat, the passenger seat. So, which the officer said was cannabis. I have two cases. One is Zandate versus State, 779 Southern 2nd 476. The other is Katie versus State, 817 Southern 2nd 948, 2nd District. Both of these are 2nd District, actually. Katie is from 2002. Zandate is from 2000. Zandate, there's a passenger. Mr. Zandate was a passenger in a car. They found residual amount of marijuana in the ashtray of the car. And so what the 2nd District said in that case was that there was no probable cause to arrest Mr. Zandate because his proximity to cannabis in the ashtray of the car just was simply not going to do it, even though when the officer was at the car, he quote-unquote smelled a hint of burnt marijuana. So
Let me slow you down real quick. State, 0.01 grams of cannabis found on the floorboards, passenger driver's side. What's your position on the probable cause on that case? That's all they found, right? And I don't think they field tested it?
I don't see anything in here to say that they field tested it. Well, actually, it was tested with a presumptive field test.
Yeah, it did, okay.
There was a field test, Your Honor. State is under
0.01.
contention that he was in possession of marijuana. I understand it is a low amount. However, I do believe made reference to it being his vehicle. You're attributing knowledge to what you have within your vehicle, regardless of the amount.
Is he the passenger or the driver?
His passenger. And I would say that Zandate and Katie are directly on point with regard to the lack of probable cause. I've given the state copies. I can give my copies to the court as well. Katie basically mimics Zandate.
Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I don't find probable cause on the possession of 0.01 grams of marijuana on the floorboards of the passenger and driver's side. Is the state asking for anything?
No, Judge.
All right, I'll find no PC, ROR them, and take no action on the BOPs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Any action on the out on bond?
No action.
Okay.
Is
Thank
that
you, Your
it?
Honor. Good to see you.
See you later. Have a good weekend. ROR, yeah. All right. All right, your name? Sir? You gotta get better microphones. Is it Delquan Charles? Yes? All right. All right, so you're out on bond in 20 MM 2879 AO on, looks like trespass. You're also out on bond on petty theft, 2020 MM 7027 AO. Petty theft, 2020 MM 3838 AO. Petty theft, 2020 MM 2956. 2233 17 AO. 283 AW, and then you're here on a failure to appear, 2020 MM 4627 AO. According to that, you failed to appear for a hearing on June 11, 21. We'll revoke your release at a bond of 250. What division is that in? Division 80.
Your Honor, he is incompetent to proceed in
know.
all those
Hold on.
cases.
Hold on. Don't worry, I got this. We'll go ahead and appoint the office of the public defender. If the public defender is not already appointed on the failure to appear, I'll set your bond at ROR. I'll take no action on the cases that you're out on bond. Your name, sir, in the back? All right, thank you. All right, sir, you were here in 2020 MM 6255 AO. 2 failure to appears. According to this, your bond is set at $2,000 on each. Says that you failed to appear for a clear hearing on June 7th, 21. Division 81, that guy's a real jerk. Do you have the PD already appointed on this case? All right, PD's previously been appointed. You're here on a new 2021 MM 4187 AO on a petty theft. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause. Set your bond at 250 on that one. On the case that you're out on bond, resisting and soliciting. State, do you have an offer on the resisting and soliciting?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is an adjudication credit time served.
All right, you want to take the adjudication credit time served? Yeah.
I do have notes from this case that he was possibly going to try to complete diversion, and then it went back and forth a few times, and he didn't appear in court to complete the diversion.
Right.
So I don't know if-
Now, he showed up, he got picked up, it's my case. He got picked up, we saw him on a Friday, but I ROR'd him. He was supposed to come back, watch the video on the Monday, and then now I see him 2 weeks later here.
So, yeah, I was in Aspire. I
So
couldn't.
what do you want to do? You want to take the deal or no deal? Gentleman in the back, what's your name? George Maxwell? Maxwell. All right, George Maxwell. All right, we'll get to you in just a second, Mr. Maxwell. I thought it might be a little bit easier, but you're a little bit more difficult.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Petrovic still wants to participate in pretrial diversion.
I'm not sure diversion's even on the table with the
That's
ASA.
all right. All right, we'll stay the bonds. Good luck, sir. All right, Mr. Maxwell, you were here in 21 MO 697 AO, disorderly conduct, and, reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause. If you want to resolve your case today, I mean, I'll set your bond at $100. If you want to resolve it, what's the offer?
I've been authorized on the city's behalf to offer a withholding credit time served.
Your Honor, we can't, if appointed, we wouldn't take that offer. I would just prefer the $100 bond.
All right. You want me to appoint the public defender? You want the $100 bond?
Yes,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
thank you.
I think so.
All right, sir, your name? All right, sir, your name?
Jeff Reedy.
All right, sir, you were here in 2021 CF 7107 AO. You're here on an arrest warrant, 1 count of sexual battery on a child under 12 and 1 count of sexual battery not likely to cause injury. This is via arrest warrant. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond with conditions, no contact with the victim's mother, or any other witnesses. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State any input with regards to release.
Your Honor, I did talk to the ASA that has this case, and she was just requesting the no return and the no contact with all those people. However, I do believe he is entitled to a bond on count 2. The state would be asking for a no bond on count 1, given that it is a
And
PBM.
what are you asking for on count 2?
The state would just ask for a high bond, 250,000.
Your Honor,
50,000?
250,000.
250,000, okay.
Your Honor, I believe he has a private attorney on this, but for the.
You have a lawyer? Who's your lawyer?
Benjamin Jones.
Who?
Benjamin Jones.
Where's Ben Jones?
Longwood, Longwell lawyer.
I know who he is, yeah, he's a good guy. Where's he at?
I mean, I haven't got to call him since I got in here.
All right, you want me to roll you to tomorrow morning, give you 24 hours to call him? This is serious charges. They want $250,000 for bond.
Yeah, I mean,
You want to go forward without your lawyer, or you want me to roll it to tomorrow for you?
I'd rather have my lawyer, obviously.
All right, I'll roll you to tomorrow at like 10 a.m. Call your lawyer, tell him to come down here, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck. Your name, sir?
David Steger.
Mr. Stager, 2021 CF 2527AO, here on a failure to appear on a petty theft with 2 priors. According to this, you failed to appear for arraignment on March 18th, the 21. Your bond is set at no bond. Do you have a lawyer on this case?
Yes.
Does he have the PD already? Nope. All right, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I'll set your bond at $2,000, okay?
I have a public defender.
I just gave you one. That guy's a public defender. He's very good. Your name? Oh. Do I got to hit any buttons? I think I got this. I'm calling interpretation hunt.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Carlos Morales, State Certified Spanish Interpreter, previously sworn.
All right. Let me know when you make contact with him.
Okay, just 1 second.
Thank you.
Hey. We're connected, Your Honor.
All right, your name, sir?
Albert Castorino.
Albert Castorino.
You are here in case number 21 MM 4208, false information to a law enforcement officer during an investigation. I reviewed the affidavit. I found probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender, and I'll stay your bond at $250. State, is there an offer if he wants to resolve this case today?
Yes, Your Honor, there is an offer on the false ID. It is an adjudication credit time served.
I didn't have a chance to speak with Mr. Castorino due to the language barrier, Your Honor.
Well, no.
You have a Spanish plea form for him if you wanted to read through those terms to make right city waiver, especially 17, which states that if he's not a U.S. citizen, that a plea can be used against him, as well as if he's on probation, they will violate his probation. But if he wishes to take a plea today, he can enter a plea of no contest, just resolving the case today. If that's something he would be interested in.
Okay.
It's going to be a conviction and the credit time that you've already served.
Take a moment and read that form, sir, and let me know if you want to take the plea. So are we going through all our Spanish now? The gentleman behind him? Okay.
Que no veo bien.
The thing is, I can't see well.
Sir, were you interested in accepting an offer of an adjudication of guilt and credit time served? Or did you want to walk out of here with your $250 bond?
No, pues no tengo dinero.
Well, I don't have any money.
Your Honor, he also has a fugitive warrant.
Do you want to accept the offer of an adjudication of guilt and court costs? You want to walk out of here with your bond, or I can roll you to tomorrow, give you some time to talk to your public defender, and then you can come back tomorrow and make a decision.
Pues acepto el papel.
Well, I'll accept the paperwork.
All right. So you understand that if you resolve this case today, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported.
Hey,
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty or no contest today?
culpable.
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days with credit for 2 days. Your cost, I'll give you a year to pay. Does he have a hold for that fugitive warrant?
Yes.
I think he has a hold and he has a bond amount.
What's his bond amount on that fugitive warrant?
I don't believe they generally have one, but
He has no bond on that.
believe it.
Where's it out of?
Texas.
Okay. Sir, you also have a warrant for your arrest out of Texas. There's a hold for that. So either Texas will come get you, or they're going to tell us that they're not going to come get you, and we'll release you. You have 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Okay.
All right.
Your name, sir?
Mi nombre es Héctor Alejandro Medina Medina.
My name is Hector Alejandro Medina Medina.
You are here in case number 2021 CF 2444AO, violation of pretrial release. According to this affidavit, your bond is set at no bond. You have a public defender or an attorney appointed to represent you in this case. The public defender has previously been appointed to represent you. I think he's entitled to a bond on this case. Any input from the state?
Your Honor, he has a very limited criminal history. So state has no objection and would just ask for a reasonable bond given the F3.
Any input from the defense?
No, Your Honor, I agree with state.
I'll set your bond at $1,500.
And Your Honor, he does have an immigration.
You also have a hold for immigration. So if you do post your bond, you will not be released until that hold is released. You understand, sir?
Entiendo.
I understand.
Thank you. That's all our Spanish?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Morales. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Your name, sir?
Jordan Hinkle.
All right, Mr. Hinkle, you're here in 2021 MM 4197AO, trespass on property after warning, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, set your bond at $250. State, do you have an offer in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer that was conveyed was an adjudication, credit time served, and no return to the Wawa.
You want to accept that offer?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? You swear to tell the truth? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but a little bit.
All right. Yeah, the mask covers yours. You put your hand down. You understand by resolving this case today, we're not going to have a trial?
Yes.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported.
Yes.
And if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense, by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days, right?
2 days.
2 days, yep. Sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days and no return to the Walmart or Wawa, 8574 South OBT, 30 days to appeal and 360 days to pay. Good luck, sir. Your name? Kenneth Gadzerski?
Yes, sir.
All right. You were here in 2021 MM 4195AO on a petty theft retail, reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay your bond at $500. State, do you have an offer?
No, Your Honor, it's enhanceable.
All right. Appoint the public defender if I didn't already. The other way, sir. Your name, sir? What happened to Alfonso Noble?
You refuse court, Your Honor.
All right, 21 MM 4196AO, temporarily appoint the public defender, waiver role on Noble.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, review the affidavit, found probable cause, stay his bond at $250. All right, your name again?
Julius Dejan Scott.
All right, thank you. You are here in 2021 MM 4157AO on a trespass on property or structure other than curtilage. I reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll stay your bond. Is there an offer in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer conveyed was an adjudication, credit time served, no return to 7-Eleven.
All right. You want to take that offer?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand on your name again?
Julius Dejan Scott.
All right, you understand, by resolving this case, we're not going to go to trial?
Yes.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, you can be deported for this?
Yes.
And if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense, by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, and there'll be a no return to the 7-Eleven at 938 West Colonial Drive. 30 days to appeal. Good luck. Your name, ma'am? What happened to Aaron Shaw? Behavior, temporarily appoint the PD on that case.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
2021 MM 4201AO, resisting, review the affidavit, found probable cause, I'll stay the bond. Maria Smith?
Yes.
Okay. You are here in 2021 MM 4198AO on a petty theft retail, review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Do you live here?
Yes,
How long have you lived in Orlando?
32 years.
Yeah, you never been in trouble before?
No.
All right, I'll go ahead, I'll ROR you. State, is there an offer in this case?
Your Honor, she does have a petty theft, I believe, from like 1998 or something like that. The offer, if she wanted to resolve it today, is a withhold, credit time served. Otherwise, she may get PTD downtown.
All right, you want to talk to her?
We already discussed. I think she prefers the pretrial diversion downtown, Your Honor.
All right, I'll ROR you. Make sure you show up to court, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Your name, sir?
Jose Flores.
All right, so you're here in 2021 MM 306AO on a failure to appear. According to this, you failed to appear for arraignment on February 2nd of this year. Your bond is set at $1,000. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I'll stay your bond. Is there an offer in this case?
Your Honor, state's going to announce a no pros.
Okay, all right. State no pros your case. You're going to get ROR'd on this anyways, all right? Your name, ma'am?
Ferguson.
On Andrea Ferguson? Okay, great. All right, you're out on ROR on a possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, 20 CF 10775AO. You're here today in 21 MO 695AO, disorderly conduct. Review that affidavit, found probable cause, point to public defender. I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond. I'll set your bond at $100 on this case. State, do you have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. I've been authorized on the city's behalf to offer a withhold on credit time served.
And Your Honor, we did speak in the back with Ms. Ferguson, and she would like to enter a plea of no contest on the disorderly conduct
All
charge.
right, can you raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth? No, that's your left. That's all right. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, and then your name?
Andrea Murray Ferguson.
All right, you put your hand down. You heard what your attorney said. Is that your understanding? You want to do the withhold and court costs, go on your way? If you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported for this. Do you understand?
Yes.
And if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. Do you understand that?
Once again.
Just a moment, Your Honor. She's having trouble hearing
All right.
court.
Counsel, you want to tell her what I just said and see if she can hear you?
Yes, she does
Okay.
understand.
Are you pleading guilty or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea, withhold adjudication, sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days. Your costs are reduced down to a judgment for you, 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Your name, sir?
John Kalen.
All right, 21 MO 696 AO, disorderly conduct, review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, set your bond at $100. State, do you have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, I've been authorized on the city's behalf to offer a withhold and credit time served.
Do you want to accept the withhold and credit time served?
I spoke with Mr. Kalen in the back, Your Honor, and I believe we came to the conclusion that he would like to enter a plea on that today.
You want to accept that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Your name?
John Kalen.
All right. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported for this. Do you understand?
Yes,
And if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. Do you understand that?
yes,
Guilty or no contest?
no contest.
After no contest plea, withhold adjudication, sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days. I'll reduce your cost to a judgment for you, 30 days to appeal. Good luck, sir.
Right here.
Did you appoint us initially, Your Honor?
I did.
What does that mean, though? Again, order.
Yes, you'll get it. Okay, we'll let you out today, okay? Take care. No problem.
All right, sir, your name?
Jaquan Bell.
All right, so you're here in 2021 CF 65300, one count, or I'm sorry, 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder with a firearm, 1 count of attempted felony murder with a firearm, 1 count of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, 1 count of bodily injury by another during the commission of a felony with a weapon, 1 count of principal in the first-degree attempted murder, 1 count of shooting, throwing into an occupied vehicle, 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 1 count of aggravated child abuse with a firearm. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond as to each count. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Any input from the state with regards to release?
Yes, Your Honor. In regards to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 11, they are all punishable by life offenses, so state asks that you hold him no bond pending an Arthur hearing. Regarding 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, he is entitled to bond on those charges, so state does ask that you set a reasonable bond, given that they are F1s, F2s, and I believe an F3.
All right, any input from the defense?
As to the PBLs, Your Honor, no argument pending that Arthur hearing, and then, yes, please set a reasonable bond to the other charges.
Okay. All right, I reviewed the affidavit. I think he qualifies for no bond as to count 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 11. As to count, as to count 6, I'll set your bond at $100,000. Count 7, $150. Count 8, $150. Count 9, $150. No contact with any alleged co-defendants in the conspiracy charge as to count 6. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you understand, sir? All right.
Your Honor, so that's no contact with victims or witnesses and no weapons?
Sure, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Madam? 11, 10 is $150. Yes. Got it? All right, so your name?
Andre Christopher.
What happened to Jonathan Cherapata?
He refused, Your Honor.
Refused, temporarily appoint the PD.
We'll wait.
All right. 21 CF 7167 AO, petty theft, 2 priors, and a resisting officer without violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay the bonds. Looks like he's got 2 holds for out-of-county warrant. Andre Christopher? Yes, that's you, sir? All right. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right. 2020 CF 13079 AO, 2 failure to appears on a petty theft with 2 priors, and a possession of Udalone. Not sure what that is. According to this, your bond is set at no bond on each. Defendant failed to appear for a status hearing on April 26, 2021, revoked your release. Do you have a public defender or private attorney already appointed to represent you in these cases?
I had a public defender already.
Okay, all right. All right, I'll go ahead and stay those bonds, okay? Thank you. Your name, sir?
Clark.
Your first name or
Jack.
last name? Clark could be either.
Jack.
Jack, first name or last name?
First name.
Okay, so your name is Jack Clark.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, you are here in 2021 CF 7150 AO on a burglary of a structure, possession of drug paraphernalia, resisting officer without violence. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State as to count one, you said PCS to trespass only?
Yes, Your Honor, trespass
That's in
other
agreement with
than,
the defense?
yes, Your Honor.
Is that correct? And what's the statute? Either one of you.
810.02 is what he's being charged under currently.
What's the trespass statute?
That would be
Count one. Count one PC as to trespass. One of them will get the statute.
810.09, subsection 1A.
Is that trespass other than structure or conveyance?
810091. I'll tell you what the old cheat sheet says.
Your Honor, I have 810.09 sub 1.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll find a probable cause as to the trespass there, and have you ever been in trouble before?
No, sir, I
Never
haven't.
been in trouble? Where do you live? You live here locally?
Locally transient,
Yeah, how long have you been transient?
2 months.
And, before you were transient, where did you live?
Stable Suites.
But here in Orlando?
Here in Orlando for MMI
And so how long have you been in Orlando total?
since last June.
And where were you at before that?
118 Raccoon Trail, Travis West, South Carolina.
Okay, so you moved from South Carolina a year ago.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
But I was born in Tampa.
okay. Do you plan on staying here or going anywhere else?
I was planning on moving to Tampa.
Okay, all right. How you gonna get back here to court?
I can get my mom to help me out. She lives in St. Pete.
Okay. All right, count one, I'll set your bond at $100. Count two and three, I'll ROR you. All right, sir, your name?
Robert DeMello.
2020 CF 4699AO, you're here on a failure to appear on a burglary of a dwelling. According to this, you failed to appear for a plea hearing on February 23rd of this year. Your bond is set at $7,500, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. The case is actually over 2 pedal bikes.
Hold on. I think you have a lawyer. Talk to him before you talk to me. Because I don't want you to say anything, get you in trouble. Do we have any history for Jonathan Goodwin?
I can check.
I'll double check CCIS, Your Honor.
All right, your name, sir?
Jonathan Goodwin.
All right, you're here in 2020 CF 3632AO on a possession of a controlled substance, failure to appear. According to this, you failed to appear for a plea hearing on October 12th of last year. Your bond is set at no bond.
Yes, Your Honor, I do have quite a history.
All right, that's fine. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender and I'll stay your bond.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Your name, sir?
Pablo Hernandez.
All right, sir, you are here on, you're out on bond in 21 CF 3604 AO, tampering with physical evidence. Looks like the state didn't pursue on that, and then leaving the scene of a crash with death. They are pursuing that case. You're here today in 21 CF 7173 AO, possession of fentanyl. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll stay your bond at $1,000 on the case that you're out on bond. I'll revoke your release in that case as to count one, tampering with physical evidence. I'll ROR you. I guess, is there even still a count one? Or is it just a one count?
It's just a one count.
Okay. Just a one count leaving the scene?
Yes.
I'll set your bond at $100,000. I'll double it.
What happened?
100,000. He's out on bond on 50, so I'll just revoke it and set him a new bond of 100. Hold on, talk to your lawyer real quick. If you think it's a good idea, you can talk to me.
So it's 1,000 and 100,000?
Yeah, stay on the first one and 100 on the second one.
All right, thank you.
All right, your name?
Stephen Edward Juarez.
All right, 2021 CF 7163 AO, aggravated assault with a firearm. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and Any input from the state with regards to release?
Your Honor, state would just ask for a bond in conjunction with the gravity of the offense.
He does otherwise qualify for PTR, Your Honor.
State would object
Yeah,
given there's a firearm
I mean, we'll
involved.
talk about it. He doesn't have much history, but the offense is concerning. So state, when I ask for input with regards to a bond,
Do you want an actual
I
number?
want a number.
Okay.
Because what is high to you might not be high to me, and what is low is, so just give me a number so I know where the state stands.
Yes, Your Honor, given that it is a third-degree felony, state would be asking for $5,000. I believe that's consistent with the bond schedule, given that he doesn't have a lengthy history. But I'd ask for that bond in conjunction with PTR, given that he does otherwise qualify, so that he is observed during the pending nature of this case.
All right, any input from the defense?
As it's within the limits of the bond schedule, Your Honor, no, it is, of course, in your discretion.
All right, I'll set your bond at $3,500. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Your name? What happened to Itneve Michelle?
Mental health, Your Honor.
All right, 21 CF 7161 AO, battery on a Leo, I'll temporarily appoint, waiver roll.
Waived, Your Honor.
All right, review the affidavit, found probable cause, I'll stay the bond. Alicia Morris, is that you? All right, you were here in 2021 CF 6594 AO, first degree murder and robbery with a firearm via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at no bond as to each. We have somebody here for this case?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Your name, ma'am?
Wanda Last. I'm the mother of the lost,
I'm sorry, you're the mother of, is it the victim?
the one that has been deceased.
Yes?
Mother of the victim, yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think I should take into consideration in determining conditions of her release?
I don't feel that she should get a release based on my son's life was taken and he's no longer here. And he has a child that's left behind that I have to assist with. And also, this is very disturbing because I have lost my husband as well 4 years ago. So to lose my son to the streets, I'm a little distraught.
Okay.
And I think no one deserves a bond who takes a life.
Thank you, ma'am. I understand the position, nobody should get a bond who takes a life. And I'm not saying that this is the case or not, but ultimately I have to take your input into consideration, the state's input, the defense's input, the history, the facts, and the charge, and make a decision. I'm not saying that she even qualifies for a bond at this point. But I understand everything that you told me. Thank you. Any input from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. Count 1 and count 2, there was a true bill indictment by a grand jury on 6-4 of these two charges. Both are PBL. So state would be asking for no bond pending an Arthur hearing downtown with the division judge.
No argument, Your Honor.
Defense?
No argument, Your Honor, pending the
All right.
Arthur hearing.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to stay her bond at no bond at this point in time. No contact with the victim's family. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you understand, ma'am? All right, thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir.
All right, sir, your name? All right, sir, 19 CF 16953 AO, failure to appear on a possession of heroin charge. According to this, you failed to appear for a plea hearing on March 10th of 21. Your bond is set at no bond pending a hearing before the court.
Your Honor,
Consider today that hearing before the court. Has the PD been appointed already on this case?
I don't, perhaps, yep, yes,
Larry,
we're already
I'm
appointed.
I was offered time served already. I was.
Hold on.
And he was in custody when he failed to appear allegedly, and I wonder if you could set a bond considering those circumstances.
State any input?
Your Honor, given it was, I haven't read the habeas order. However, given that it is, I believe from Judge Roach, state would ask that this be heard in front of Judge Roach.
Doesn't say to be heard in front of her, it just says pending hearing before the court.
It is a possession of heroin, Your Honor. There's no real victim or violent act.
Heroin kills a lot of people. Does he have any history? We know, I don't have anything.
Yes, Your Honor, I have the score sheet.
What do you have?
I have a petty theft 2 prior, possession of heroin, drug paraphernalia, resisting merchandise recovery, failure to appear, false reports to law enforcement, no valid, Willis, petty theft, petty theft, all spanning from 2008 to 2021.
Okay. What was his original bond on this? Anyone know? What'd you have to
I
pay to
believe
get
it
out
was
the first time?
1,000.
All right, I'll set your bond at 10,000.
You said 10, Your Honor?
10.
10,000? Okay, thank you.
That's a stack. I had that conversation with somebody in here one time. Yeah, he was wrong. He was a juvie.
Yeah.
He got a rack confused with a stat. Your name, sir?
Jonathan Padishaw.
All right, sir, 2021 CF 7174AO, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll stay your bond at $5,000. No contact with the alleged victim. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay?
Sir.
Your Honor, state would also ask for a no return.
Let me, where was this at?
One of the plazas on the interstate,
Turkey Lake Plaza, Your Honor.
Turkey Lake Plaza on the turnpike.
All right, don't go back to the Turkey Lake Plaza, okay? Your name, sir?
Hello, Smith.
All right, you are here, out on bond. Possession of cocaine, you're in diversion on that case. 2020 CF 144992 AO. And you're out on bond on a possession of MDMA ecstasy, 21 CF 3981 AO. And then you're here today in 2021 CF 7166 AO, carrying a concealed firearm. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll stay your bond at $1,000. On the case that you're in diversion, I'll take no action. I don't think I can do anything on that one if you're in diversion. Case that you're out on bond and PTR, revoke that release and set a new bond of $3,000. The possession of ecstasy.
The 3981.
3981, says the state. Your name, sir?
Jonathan Snell.
All right, Mr. Snell, you are here in 2021 CF 7171 AO, possession of cocaine. It looks like you don't qualify for the services of the public defender according to your financial affidavit. So if you want, I can either set your bond right now without the services of the lawyer, or I can roll you to tomorrow, give you 24 hours to hire a lawyer. You can come back and have this hearing tomorrow.
Pretrial, is there a VOP hold?
I have a violent felony offender of special concern.
Yeah, do you know if a violation is coming or if an on-view is coming?
He still has a hold.
Okay.
He has a hold of detainer still?
Yeah, VOP is forthcoming. I stand corrected. It's been added on him. It's been added.
I don't have it.
He'll be seen on it tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay. You want to just do it all tomorrow? Up to you. I'll just roll you to tomorrow, all right? That way you can call a lawyer too, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because you're not going to get out any sooner if I do anything right now, because the big one is that probation. I think it's 2019 probation or something. 2021. Just got on probation a couple weeks ago.
So that probation violation, that came from this charge?
Yes. Yes, so you're going to be heard tomorrow on both of them. If you got a lawyer, call him. Have him come here tomorrow at 10, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. See you then. All right, your name?
Denise Danielle Vaughn.
What happened to Vanessa Thomas? She bonded. Congratulations. Here you go. Janice Vaughn?
Yes.
All right. You were here in 2021 CF 1572AO, 2 failure to appear is on a possession of Udalene. Someone's got to tell me what this is. This is the new thing that the kids are doing? And possession of drug paraphernalia says that you failed to appear for pretrial conference on June 16th of this year. Your bond has been forfeited, but a new bond of $1,500 on count 1 and $2,000 on count 2 have been issued. You have a lawyer on that case? PD's previously been appointed.
Sure it's not 200, Your Honor, on the second?
Oh, yeah, 200, yeah, 1,500 and 200, looks like something like that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I'm wondering where all this even came from.
Came from you missing court.
That I had a court date.
It was a pretrial conference on June 16th.
16, yep. Make sure you stay in touch with your lawyer, so it doesn't happen again, okay? Good luck. Your name?
Juwan Bentley, sir.
All right, you're here in, on a VOP in 12 CF 13871AO on a violation of probation. And you're also here, is that it? Just that VOP?
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Looks like it's a violation of probation on 2021 CF 7064, first degree murder. He's on probation for that, or is it all the 2017 stuff?
The 2017 stuff is.
Okay, so did you get seen on the murder charge the other day?
Yes, Your-
Okay, and so now you're back on the VOP.
Right.
All right. Did we give you a PD on the murder charge?
A what?
Did we give you a public defender on the murder charge?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right.
Sir.
Your bond on the violation of probation is all set at no bond. I'll appoint the PD on that case for you as well, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Your name, sir? All right, sir, you were here in 2018 CF 8088AO on a violation of drug probation, trafficking in 14 grams or more of meth. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you on this case as well, okay? Thank you. Your name, sir? All right, sir, you're here in 19 CF 5952AO on a violation of community control on a robbery charge. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you on this case as well, okay? Thank you.
I don't get no court date tonight?
Nah, not today. We'll get you on soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck. Your name? All right, you were here in 2020 CF 5673AO on a violation of probation on a burglary of a conveyance. According to this, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender on that case, and you're also here in 2020 CF 4773AO, violation of probation on a grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. Your bond on that is also set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender on that case, and 2020 CT 2579AO, violation of probation on a DUI. Your bond on that is set at no bond, and I'll appoint the public defender on that case for you as well, okay? All right, your name?
Woodrow McClendon.
Woodrow McClendon? All right, Mr. McClendon, it looks like somebody wants you. Duval County wants you. Case number C 1617137, 2 out-of-county warrants on a sexual battery and burglary with assault and battery. The bond on the first case is $150,003, and the bond on the second case is $100,003. Okay, so $250,006 total. If you don't bond out, what do they have? 72 hours to come get them? How's that going with?
COVID has slowed it
What are
down.
we doing with these? Not doing that? With a PD calls Duval and says Duval. What do we have? So what do I tell this gentleman?
They'll come get them shortly.
They'll come get you. Okay? If I had more information, I would give it to you, but this is what the crew's telling me. I just showed up this afternoon. This isn't my regular gig. All right? I came here for you, just to tell you that. All right, good luck. That's everybody, everything? Yeah? Okay, great.
Your Honor, I believe Utalone's a form of bath salts. I've been looking at.
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Okay.
It's-
That's all.
It's been all